What's going on, guys? 30 videos in 30 days, Q&A. Today's day 7. Today's question is, what did you want to be when you grew up? What's funny is I actually remember asking my dad this question a long time ago, and I'll never forget. Looked at me, stone cold in the face, and said, I wanted to be a superhero. I'm sorry, I know I'm getting off on the question here, but I just had to share that with you. I'll never forget that. My dad wanted to be a superhero. He fell short just by a little bit, but my dad wanted to be a superhero. I don't really remember exactly what I wanted to be growing up. It wasn't a superhero, but you know what? When I was really young, I remember kind of like the big push from, parents, teachers, and in school trying to get me to like read more. So I was trying to get more into reading and books, and there was like a little mom and pop brick and mortar, bookstore a couple blocks over, and we used to go there all the time. And I don't know if it was, again, my parents' kind of like secretive way of, oh, look, books are good. You open them up, you read them, you learn, you become smart. Maybe you go to college and get the fuck out my house. But no, so anyways, we would go to this bookstore, and the books that I was the most drawn to, I don't know if this is going to give away much about my character or not, but when I was younger anyways, not now, but when I was younger, I was really into and drawn to more darker, scary movies, horror books like Stephen King. I think the big thing when I was a kid was the Goosebumps. I don't know if that's still a thing or not, but I had acquired quite a decent little Stephen King collection, and I'll never forget asking my mother what some of those words meant in the book, and I can't share some of that with you here now, but it was interesting. I could imagine what it was like having me as a child. But long story short, I started getting interested in writing, and I would say I was probably like 5 or 6, I don't know. I was young, super young. And I don't remember what grade, but I remember cutting pieces of paper out and stapling them and creating my own book, because they probably had us do that in school. And I thought, well, I'm going to write my own book at home, and I'm going to get it published, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, 5, 6, 7-year-old kid, right? And I remember writing, going to my room, locked myself in the room, and I'm just writing this story. And I remember going, put the pen down and going, yeah, that's a fucking good story. So I took it, brushed it off, went to go give it to my mom, and needless to say, I don't know if she even read it, but if she did, I'm not sure if she liked it or if it actually scared the shit out of her. But I will say this, though. I do remember not being nudged to go to the bookstore that much anymore. So I don't know if the story was trash or if it scared the hell out of her, or, there was something else. Go to your room and play video games. But when I was growing up, I remember wanting to get into writing at a very young age. I don't know why I stopped. I think it's probably because I started getting into music, which I'm as a musician, you still write. I don't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. I knew I was also into pro wrestling, which, if you've watched the past couple videos that I've put out, I've been talking about pro wrestling an awful lot. So, wrestling, music, Stephen King novels. I was into some weird shit. It was the 80s. It was late 80s. Everyone was fucking weird and probably on drugs. I don't know. Not that I was. I'm just saying it was a different time. I don't know what I wanted to be growing up, but I do know now that what I really want to do or be is happy, and to be able to bring joy to others in whatever way I can, to share that. So my creed as of late has been to bring joy to others, and my mission is to share with the world. So, to bring joy to others and to share it with the world. Until we meet again tomorrow, peace. Have a great day.